Okay. Today is September 10th, next day. A couple things that I wanted to note. Excuse me. Yesterday, I steeped the tea for the Bobby Price detox. I steeped it in the French press, and this morning when I woke up, they were ready to go. They were cooled off. They are most of the reviews say that it is pretty bitter. It is pretty bitter. But the only thing I wanted to note was some of them are. Some of the people are saying taste it with this or cut it with that and all the things. I just so happened to be eating an apple and a peach, the ones that I cleaned yesterday, in the middle of drinking the tea. I noticed that the sweetness made it even more bitter. So moving forward, I will not be doing any super sweet pieces until I'm done with the tea. So I feel like when I chased it with anything, it just made the taste worse. It's 4:30 in the afternoon, Central Standard Time. I just had a salad. I wasn't gonna eat today, but I saw my daughter's best friend. He had a salad, and so then I was like, I want a salad. So I feel like I got done with my first tea around 3 o'clock. It's 2 hours later, and I'm about half done with the second tea. I didn't have any immediate reactions, meaning I've just been going to number one a lot. It hasn't been any, horrific trips to the bathroom or anything like that. I don't know if you're familiar with Peculiar People Cleanse. It's a 1-day detox. And within a couple of hours, 2 to 4 hours, you will be on the potty with Peculiar People with that cleanse. It's a 1-day cleanse. This one, I don't think I did tummy detox first. I think it was a parasite one. Don't quote me on that. That I drank first, and I'm almost done with the second one. I can feel my body already starting to detox, but it's just not a lot of urgency with like stools and things of that nature. So nothing too severe there. Today, mostly all raw. I think the peppers that was in my salad might have been pickled. I think depending on the pickling process, that's not raw, but today was all raw. I ate apple this morning, peach this morning, the salad. I ate another peach, so my girls are super weird about what they eat, and my youngest, Jaira, she bit into a peach. Peaches are her favorite. She bit into a peach and she's like, no, Mom, this ain't it. So I ate that one because she didn't want to eat it. So I ate that one. So I ate a couple peaches today. I don't know if it was 2 or 3. And then I ate an apple, and then I had this salad. I had a smoothie earlier. A smoothie from Smoothie King. Pumpkin. It had some protein in it. I added some almond butter to it. I think I started doing that last year. Adding butters to the pumpkin last fall. Anyway, that's what I ate today. Nothing serious. I wasn't going to have a salad, but I saw somebody else with one. So then I was like, oh, I want a salad. And it wasn't vegan, but it just looked so fresh and all the things. And I was like, absolutely. Because I can eat, but, I wasn't super hungry at the time. I came to Panera Panera is where I got the salad. Depending on what part of the country you're in, it might be called your local city bread company. Here it's called Panera Bread, but I think in St. Louis it's called St. Louis Bread Company. I think that's the same thing. I'm not sure. Oh, the other thing I wanted to note was my French press. They came with a tablespoon measurement. Is very important that I mention it, because when Dr. Price goes to the demonstration of preparing your teas, he wants you to get a tablespoon for the table, like an eating tablespoon, and then flatten it out and put 2 of them in your mason or whatever you're using to get your tea steeped. And then what I did was I measured the 2 flat tablespoons from the normal, the spoons that go on the table. It came out to be a measurement tablespoon, like whatever tablespoon came with my teas. One moment, I might be able to show you. They came with my French press. One moment. All right. Same packaging as yesterday, but I bought 2 French press, so I put one in one and one in the other. So these came with my French press. I'm trying to get all the tea off of it. These are the ones that came with my French press. I don't know what hold on. Okay, maybe never mind. Anyhow, I believe this is just a traditional tablespoon. And I measured out the 2 flat tablespoons, like the traditional tablespoons, and it came out to be one of these. So all I've been doing is putting one full of these into, it's just easier. Instead of finding a tablespoon and doing 2 of those, I just took this flat tablespoon, I dumped one in there. I took another flat tablespoon, dumped it in there, and it was a full one of this. So that's what I'm going with. One of those each to brew and to steep my tea. That saved me one less step. And it came with the French press anyway, so it's kind of handy. I was gonna do an unboxing for the French press, but it's not fancy. It's not super cool. I don't know. Like I don't know. It came already assembled. The one thing I did notice was that it had instructions for another. It had 2 sets of instructions. There was one instructions for a lid that can lock, which I wish I would have known it existed, because that's probably what I would have bought. But other than that, there's nothing going on. Like I started drinking the tea around 8, 9. I'm gonna go closer to 9, maybe even 10. And again, 4:38 Central Standard. And I haven't had anything but what normally happens with tea, and not necessarily the effects of detox. My plan now is to go to the gym and work out. And then get a shower and get cleaned up. And that's about it. Tomorrow I work in the afternoon, so I'm wondering how my morning's gonna go. I did steep tea for tomorrow. I actually didn't plan on steeping tea for tomorrow. I think I was just like, oh, let me taste it and see how it goes. That's the only thing I did discover. I wanna try to be done with both teas by the time I get done. By the time I have to go to work. And I think you're supposed to take like a little bit, like 4 to 8 ounces every 15 minutes, or something like that. So I should be able to get it done. We shall see. But if I start early, I won't have to. I don't want to be drinking it at work. It is pretty bad, but I would say don't cut it. I would say if you're gonna eat savory while you're drinking your tea, and then like if you're gonna go for fruit after you finish both of your teas. That's my recommendation. Excuse me. That is all. I'm gonna try to work out consistently during my detox time, because I noticed during my normal detox I had a bunch of breakouts, and I know that you could alleviate some of that by just sweating, very simply. I do need to pick up another spring water. Dr. Price recommends spring water for obvious reasons. I wouldn't say that if you don't have spring water, you can't do the cleanse. I feel like most of the people who are doing the cleanse are just going with what is recommended. And I know that some people's means, depending on where you are in life, you might just have a filter. And I'm sure filtered water is okay. Like if you have a filtered water pitcher at your house, or something that'll get the water a little bit cleaner than normal, I'm sure that would be fine. You just don't want a lot of just straight tap. I don't think that's the best idea. If that's all you have, then by all means. But if you have a filtered water pitcher, if you don't want to buy spring water, it didn't say anything about still water, didn't say anything about alkaline water. So I'm sure those would be okay as well. Only just so you know that you don't have to stay within those parameters, especially if you're trying. Like, I personally would prefer the effort over perfection. And that's just me personally. Anywho, I might even try to do my tea with just filtered water out of the tap, because some of the toxins do come out when you do filtered water. So I might even try it, see if there's anything adverse that happens. I'm doubtful, but I'll give it a go. I might even try it with distilled, and I might even try it with alkaline. I'm always game to guinea pig myself. That's how I learn. So at any rate, my body is actually tired of me at this point. My body just, you're vegan already, and you've done a solid food vacation already. And so my body's just like, leave us alone. We just want French fries. So I told my daughter that earlier, that it had some bleeped out cuss words, because when you don't want to, like, I don't even think my brain is locked in. I have I guess I call it the eye of the tiger, right? I have a moment where I just know that I'm going to be fine and that I'm going to do it. And I do know that I'm going to be fine and I'm going to do it, but my brain is not locked in. Not like for my solid food vacation. I just know I'm going to do it. But for my solid food vacation, I was just like, well, duh. It was just like, do it, But now, and I had cravings and things and stuff during my solid food vacation, but I know, like, when my brain is there, like when my mentality has shifted and when I'm super focused, and that is not me currently. I'm tired, by the way, so I'm not super focused right now. I just know I'm gonna do it. And I know, like, when you're getting into the detox, just because it is super cleansing, your brain will catch up. That's what I feel like is gonna happen to me. I'm saying it like I've done it before, but I have never done this detox before. But I do know that once you're cleaning out, you just feel different. And then the other thing is, once you are cleaning out, it's like when you brush your teeth. You know how, like when you brush your teeth and you still have that minty taste on your lips, and until that taste kind of goes away, you don't want to eat anything or mess up that clean taste in your mouth. That's what detox is like, except you're cleaning out like everything, and you can feel it. And so that's when I think my brain will click in. It's the brush your teeth feeling. So when you're cleaning out, it feels minty in your body the whole time. So that's when my brain will transition, because I've done a cleanse against my will before. So I have done that. The summer before last, I did a 43-day, and I don't think I was locked. I wasn't locked in. So the summer before this one, I wasn't locked in. But once I started cleaning out, I didn't want to mess up that toothpaste feeling. So the toothpaste feeling is on the inside of your body, and it'll be like, I don't want to mess that up. I want to mess up to my fresh and minty. So I'm hoping that's what my brain does, at least by day 3. I know I have enough willpower for more than 3 days, but I think by day 3, I'm going to be okay. And I'm going to be like, oh, this is good. Especially when I start cleaning out and feeling the effects of the detox. And it might take a little bit longer. I'm hoping not, but anyway. So day 1, this is my Chiefs cup. This is 32 ounces. It fills up this cup completely. And then I have another cup that I'm gonna pour the tea into. Especially when today I'm off, so I don't have to be anywhere or have anything, like I don't gotta be at work. But tomorrow I have to be at work, so I'm gonna fill up this one, and then I have another giant. I have a Stanley, and I have a Smoothie King cup, and so I'll just fill them both up and be on my way. So yeah, that's what I recommend. Savory while you're drinking the tea, and then anything sweet like fruit and things, because you have to eat clean. You can eat on the detox, but you have to eat clean. So the first part of this detox that I'm planning is to eat raw ish, because I don't know what happened. I think it was some banana peppers on there too, and I don't know what that process is like for banana peppers. So I'm gonna call it raw, because I don't know those processes yet, which is kind of surprising. And then the apples and the peaches, and I took my vitamins this morning and the smoothie. So that's clean for me, because I'd rather have French fries. Sweet potato fries call my name in the middle of the night. So once I start cleaning out, I know I'll start to feel better, and I know my brain will transition. We shall see. I think that's it. Day 1. I might record again tonight, because it's only almost 5. And so I don't know how the rest of the evening is gonna go. So I might record again tonight if there are any changes and or updates, or if I eat something I ain't got no business eating. He does have the regimen required. He prefers raw, but there's a couple of cooked foods on there, like chickpeas, and I think quinoa is on there. I'm not doing that. I know me. I need to walk the line. I don't need to veer off at all. So it's gonna be raw into juice the entire 28 days. It's a 28-day cleanse. I'm planning on I'm gonna go pick up, I'm not gonna juice right out the gate, not me personally. I am gonna go to, Trader Joe's or Sprouts or somewhere. Probably Sprouts. I usually go to Sprouts or Natural Grocery. Those are my main two. And I'll probably pick up some Suja or a different green juice by a different brand that's cold pressed. I'll probably go to my normal cold pressed places, and then once my brain is set and I have like a couple days off, then I will go ahead and buy like fruit and ginger and all the things and juice myself. I have a juicer, so but right now my brain is not locked in, nor do I have I just don't have I'm tired, so so that's the main focus of that. Like, I'm tired right now. I don't have the capacity. I don't have any more, so that's why I'm not gonna juice myself, even though I have a juicer. So once some of this gets settled and I have a day off, more days off, I'm sorry, I'm off today and I was off yesterday, so I have more days off and some of it gets settled and I'm not as tired, then I'll go ahead and juice myself, and I won't buy juice. But I feel like whether you're on a solid food vacation or if you're on detox, you should have some plan B, C's, and D's in order to get through that fast. So even if you plan to juice yourself, if it gets too late, if there's a girls' night, if you're on a hot date or something of that nature, whatever that looks like, you should have a couple of plans in place to make sure that your detox and your fast are safeguarded from slip-ups and things of that nature. So I know where to go. We have lots of juices around the city, cold press, that I can just go pick up, and I know where they are, so I will make good on that. I try not to eat as much. It's mostly should be, by the end of this fast, I should be basically back on a solid food vacation. That's the goal. Where I'm just either juice or strictly juice or juice and smoothies. I always mix in, even when I'm not doing this detox tea, I have a whole bunch of teas. I almost made this a full tea cleanse. I think I was just gonna make some stuff up like like I normally do. Let me see if it's handy. I'll show you why. This was supposed to be a short video. All right, so at one point I went into Sprouts, right? This is why this was going to be a tea cleanse. I'm gonna show you how many I bought. Yep. I was supposed to mention this in a different video. I just, for some reason, I just start picking them up. I was like, maybe I should just do a tea cleanse. I have enough teas to do. Just drink tea the whole time. The whole time. And then I have a spearmint. There we go. I opened this. The only two that are open are this one and the spearmint. These are the only two I've opened. So when I first originally bought Dr. Purse's kit, I bought these before. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this one's already open. And these were just purchased recently. That doesn't include the ones I already had, which was these two. I don't have the box for these, but So I feel like I feel like at some point I was just like, maybe I should just drink tea and make up like a tea cleanse. And then I started looking up teas that are like high in iron, only because on any cleanse you're on on any cleanse I'm on, my iron bottoms out, and so I'm freezing half to death, and it's fall here in Kansas City. So I have all the tea I just showed you, and the tummy detox, and Dr. Price's too. So I was like, well, maybe I should just drink tea and just make up a cleanse that's kind of fly and kind of does all the things. And then I was like, and then I can go to the tea store and get loose leaf and make blends that I know is gonna work. You know, they got a bunch of stuff that you can just create there because it's loose leaf, and they'll just put it in, and they have pre-done PCOS and blood thinners. I wanted to try a shepherd's purse that's specifically for like menstrual cycles and things of that nature. So I was just gonna do like what to drink after I'm done with the two that I got from Dr. Price. I was just go drink these other teas, but none of them will be sweet, and I feel like I would probably mix in at least coconut water every now and again. So I haven't decided on that yet. But today I've been eating and drinking. So I don't know. There might be an update on that as well. But yeah, I bought I don't know. I bought all those teas, and I was like, well, maybe I should just do a tea cleanse and just kind of drink tea the whole time. And that's going to be beneficial later in the season. The temperatures are dropping quite a bit currently. It's 84 now, but the last few weeks they've been dropping substantially, especially overnight. So it hasn't been as warm. I think a couple days it only got up to like 75, and that was pushing it. So fall is definitely practicing, is what I'm gonna say. So even after my teas, you like that immune zone, I'm accustomed to. It's kind of sweet a little bit. The last two that I showed you, those are caffeinated. I don't know if that's a big deal for some of you, but I might end up still doing lots and lots of tea at some point. Not initially, but at some point I might get to where I'm just drinking tea all day, a tea of some sort all day long. We shall see. We shall see. This one I'm just fly by the seat of my pants. But we'll see what works. All right, I think that's it. Have a good one.